Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another new video. Today we're here in my home studio and I really wanted to start making videos again just to show you guys some of the new gear that I'm using for my photo shoots here in the studio. The light that we're going to be talking about specifically is a light that you guys asked me about in the last video. I shot these photos with this light. And it's definitely my favorite light that I've used so far as a light that you can kind of take everywhere with you. It's a good light to fill in. It's a good light to use as a key light. It's a good light to light a background. Even for portrait shoots, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video, I'm going to show you guys some examples of how I use this light in the studio. And I'm also going to show you guys how I use the light when I'm out and about doing more run and gun style photography. Either way, this light is just something that I bring with me everywhere. And I'm really excited to show you guys the details. Okay, so this is the light right here. This is the CF100 light by Zhiyun. As you can see, it's a pretty interesting light. It does look a little interesting, but I think you could see how it would work. This is the softbox that comes with it. Then we have these barn doors, which is a pretty interesting build, but I do find that it does help get the light to where it needs to go. It also helps make the light a little bit more powerful. So it's pretty cool. You can also detach the barn doors. They don't have to stay on here. If you just want that like lightsaber kind of look, you know. There's a lot of cool features on this light too. It's not just about how it's built, but what is inside is actually pretty cool too. So on the last video that I uploaded to YouTube, I had a couple of you guys ask me about the light because it was when I first got it and I was really going out to experiment with it and see if it was something worth doing a review for. So here we are a month later and I'm doing a review on it because I really think I've had enough time to give you an honest review. So with that being said, let's just get right into the video. I want to show you guys a couple of portrait sessions that I did here in the home studio. Okay, so first let's hop right into the shoot that I did with my friend Caleb. You guys have definitely seen him on the channel before and probably will again. We create very often together and he just has a great look. Definitely fits my photography, so I'm really excited that he was a part of this review. So the first look we did as far as lighting goes, we took one of the CF100s and we put it in front of him, and I just wanted it to be lit red because I wanted to do a white backdrop with a red light in the front. So we took the other CF100 and lit the backdrop to be white, and we wanted it to be as bright as we could. And it just created some nice separation with keeping him away from the backdrop, and we were able to get some red light on him. So we got a couple cool shots there, but we quickly moved on to using both my CF100s to light up the background, and I wanted to leave a little bit of light on the side of him so he still was lit kind of from the side. That's what gave us this lighting. So like I said, there is a little bit of light coming in from the side there, but he is mostly backlit. So in camera, I just exposed him to be a little bit brighter so he didn't come out as a silhouette. So those are the looks that I did with Caleb. Now let's hop into another shoot that I did with my buddy Isaac, who you've also seen on the channel before. Shout out to friends who just want to create with you all the time. But we did a couple lighting scenarios with Isaac as well, and I'm gonna walk you guys through those. So we first started off with two white lights, one softbox in front of him, and the other one didn't have the softbox because I just wanted the maximum brightness that I could get on the backdrop to make the backdrop just brighter and pure white in the back. And we used the white light in the front with the softbox on it to keep the skin tones just nice and soft, but also lit to get accurate skin tones. And then the other lighting setup that we did was we wanted to add some color to the shot. I thought with his green sweater, it would look really cool if we lit the background blue. So again, we used one of the CF100s to light the background blue. And we also just kept the white light in front of him with the softbox just to keep his skin tones accurate. Again, that is just a pretty common lighting setup that I like to use because it does separate the subject from the background pretty well. But I do believe that with these lights, there are so many different ways that you can light your scene. These lights really do have a bunch of features, which we will talk about here in a second. But real quick, just wanted to show you guys how these photos ended up turning out. For the blue backdrop, I was actually really stoked on how they came out after editing. And the next look that we're gonna hop into, again, we're using the softbox above him just to keep his skin tones accurate. I also do like the light being more from above, getting that kind of top down. You get some interesting shadows, and I think it just looks a little bit more editorial. As I was saying, we used the white softbox above him, and then we ended up using a red light in the background, kind of a reddish pinkish color. And I think it turned out really sick. I'll show you guys some of the photos here in a second, but we basically just had the barn doors on the CF100 open enough to light the background, and we kept the softbox on the one above him, like I said. And I chose the red lighting because I honestly thought that with his green sweater, the blue light and the red light actually complemented it really well. So that's exactly how I would use these lights in my studio. I definitely think it's beneficial to have these around. There's a lot of cool things about them that we're gonna talk about specifically here in a second that might even interest you a little bit more, but I wanted to show you guys my real life examples just to start off this video. So yeah, that's how I would use the lights here in studio. And also just have a little clip that I wanted to show you guys of me doing some street photography with the light. Nothing crazy, but I do think that it did emphasize the shot that we got. It is a little screen grab from my last video, so. This is just how I would use it for more run and gun style stuff. So this light definitely comes into play for both studio and run and gun. So now let's hop into the specs and the features of the CF100. The CF100 is a 100 watt light, which is actually pretty bright for the size of the light, I would say. It's honestly perfect for lighting a subject that you can be close to. But with the shape of the light, it's kind of more of a rectangle. I do feel like it is kind of harder to cover more surface area. I do find that the barn doors on the CF100 do amplify the light, and they also give you more control of where the light can go. So as you'll see here, you turn on the CF100 by pressing the power button and then rotating the wheel. This is the dim option on the left side of the wheel, and this is where you control the Kelvin and the intensity of the light. This right here is the max power button, which gives you full power of the light. It does turn it to 4300 Kelvin. I wish it was this bright at any Kelvin that you wanted, but this is just how the product works, and I'm sure there's a science that I just don't know about. But anyway, next we have the HSI button, which stands for hue, saturation, and intensity. The CF100 does have a pretty wide range of color, and I like that a lot about this light. Okay, so this is the saturation option where you can choose to take the color down if you're going for a less intense look. It's great to use when you're wanting to do more of a muted color. This is the intensity option where you basically just control the amount of light you want. Okay, so next we have the FX dial. This is where this light would really shine for video because some of these effects are actually pretty cool. The CF100 comes with 6 built-in lighting modes and 7 lighting effects. Some of these effects are fire, TV, faulty bulb, candle, SOS, and lighting. So I'm sure if you've dealt with lighting gear in the past, you'll probably understand what those mean. But basically those are all the different types of effects, and you can imagine the TV kind of looks like an old static TV going in and out. The candle just kind of warms itself up through different hues, and it kind of looks like it's an actual candle being lit. So for video, I think there's a lot of cool things that you can do. I would say my favorite effects would definitely be the TV mode, the candle mode, and the SOS mode. Overall, I would say that the effects section of this light is better for video over photo, but you never know when it will come in handy. Another plus side about this light is that you can actually charge it while it's being used, so it will have continuous power, which I thought was a pretty cool thing, because sometimes these pocket lights just really run low on battery quick, but the CF100, you can keep it plugged in during your photo shoot and it will stay lit the whole time. So that is why I really wanted to get these for my studio, was to make sure that I had a constant power light of this size, because it really is good for lighting the portrait sessions like you guys saw in this video, but also it's really good just to get a little key light from the side. There's a lot of ways you can use this light, so it's really cool that it does have the ability to have constant power. You can charge this light using a USB-C cord, or it takes a DC cable as well. Okay, so what comes in the box is the light itself with the barn doors attached to it. It also comes with the soft box, which goes just kind of over the barn doors, and you use the barn doors to keep it spread, which is pretty cool. And then it also comes with a little storage bag. You just put the light in and you can tighten it like that. So you can take it anywhere you want on the go. And it also comes with the USB-C cable, which I don't have with me, but I'm sure everyone has like 1,000 of those by now. So overall, I would say that this light is perfect for when you're on the go and you need to light a subject when you're out and about. And it's also pretty convenient to have in your studio. Like I mentioned, the constant power thing was a huge selling point for me. And if you're wanting to pick up a CF100 after watching this video, I have a 10% discount code for you. You can type in this code right here. I'll also have it in the description. Type it in, get a 10% off at the Zhiyun store. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. I just wanted to show you guys some of my new favorite gear that I'm using in the studio and how convenient it actually can be. So definitely check it out, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have so much more coming. I had to take some time off to just recalibrate, but I'm very excited to start creating again for you guys. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.